If you guys are lacking coins for all the new cards that are coming out right now, then check out IG Vault in the link down below. It's so easy to buy for them and they're by far the quickest site around. They even update you as your coins go in. Use code Kurt for 6% off. If, like me, you're addicted to Pokemon Go or want a quick way to catch up with your friends, then check out PokeStopForYou.com with the link down below. They provide egg hatching, they can level you up, even catch a specific Pokemon if you need one. They're 100% legit, and if you use code Kurt, you now get 10% off. What's up guys, Curtis here, and welcome back to a FIFA 10 to FIFA 16 kind of video. We are back again with another one of these. You guys have been showing the best support I've had on my channel in a few months on these videos in the last couple of weeks, so I thought I should do some more for you guys. My motto is, if you guys like it, do more of it. That's plain and simple. If you guys are enjoying it, I should do more. So before we get into this episode, which is all about the team of the year from this year and the best players in Europe from this year and how they were in FIFA 10. So obviously you've seen that I've done the failed wonder kids. What ideas like that do you guys want me to do? And I will do it because we've still got like a good 7-8 weeks before FIFA 17 comes out. So we've got a lot of time to do some fun stuff like this. So as you can clearly see from the title, obviously to start off with, we've got the team of the year. So I'm going to have the team of the year starting 11 will be the main players. But I've also picked like the player of the year from a lot of different leagues and stuff like that to kind of mix it up a little bit. So first off, we're going to have the player of the year from the Eredivisie, and that is Dirk Kuyt. However you want to say it. I've never known how to say it completely, but this is his card. So it'd be so sick if we could actually get like some ways of getting these retro cards into FIFA. I know they've done it with the heroes, but it would be cool to have like a Generations game mode. But as you can see in FIFA 10, Dirk Kuyt had an 82 rated card, 77 pace. Obviously he was a striker at Liverpool at the time. He did get an inform in left mid, which was pretty decent. I think he was when he scored that really quick hat-trick. I may be wrong though, but very, very cool card indeed. Crazy good heading. I didn't realise he had that good of heading. Now this is actually the player of the year for, once again, his league, and this is Jonas. Now this guy got literally, look how many cards he had. That's actually insane how many he got this year. But he was the Portuguese League player of the year. Back in the earliest card they have him on FIFA, and there is a couple of cases of this, so we can't go all the way back to FIFA 10, but I still want to include them. The earliest example we have is his FIFA 12 card. And for Jonas, he had a FIFA 12 card at Valencia in the Liga BBVA. Obviously, he was at Valencia until when? It was until basically FIFA 15, the start of FIFA 15, he moved. So I think he had a card right at the start and then got his move. So he wasn't there for long at all. In fact, I just double checked, and he moved in the winter. So he was a winter transfer to Benfica, and he got like hero cards, team of the seasons, everything. But this is his earliest card. It's very different to what he looks like now, but a very good card nonetheless. Next up, we have the player that surprised me a little bit, but he actually got the Bundesliga player of the season. Now, I can't remember if I've included this in a video before or not, but we're going to look at Aubameyang. As I'm sure you guys can see, he played at Lille in FIFA 10. He was still pretty quick, but not quite as quick as he could have been, but a very, very cool card. He was still down as Gabonese. I know a few players changed, but he is definitely still a Gabon player. Next up is Hulk. This guy got the Russian League Player of the Year and of course made his move. What version of Hulk do I have in my club? I have his 84. He's just made his move to, which club is it? He's gone to the Chinese League, of course he has. I can't remember off the top of my head. He's gone to the Chinese League, but back in the day, back in FIFA 10, he wasn't at Zenit, he was at Porto, as I'm sure you guys remember. That was the only time I've seen him play like live at a game was for Porto. And he had an 86 rated centre forward card, 91 pace. Imagine that card now. It would be absolutely mad. 86 rating is so, so sick. And not only that, of course, he's going to have great strength. His dribbling's still really good with 88 dribbling. He would have just been such a sick card to use and definitely a lot of fun. Next up, we have Higuain. A lot of people seem to forget that he came from Real Madrid to Napoli, but he had a really cool 85 rated card back in FIFA 10. Absolutely madness on his card. Like I said, 85 rated striker with 88 pace. He doesn't even have that on his best of cards now. 85 dribbling, 79 shot. He had long hair in his picture, which is not something I'm used to seeing. No beard. He was 21 years of age. And to have a card like that at the age of 21 is honestly, that's just mental. Fair play to the lads. Next up is Slattern Ibrahim. I think I accidentally just removed the search for him. But Slattern is another one that he's obviously now just got his move to United, and I'm so excited to see how he gets on this season. But I don't actually have any of Zlatan's cards in my club, so I'm just going to chuck in his 98. But as you can see, it was a 90 rated Barcelona striker. Lots of people know his route. Like obviously he went from Barca, he was part of like the move with Eto'o. Like that's how he went to Barca in the first place. I saw someone tweeting the other day like, you know a player's bad if he's part of a part exchange deal. And it's like, Eto'o and Ibra are two of the greatest players to play in Europe were both part of a part exchange deal, and it was an absolutely mental one. But Ibra, obviously 90 rated card, good pace, crazy shot, good dribbling, a very, very, very interesting player. And last but most certainly not least on the bench is Riyad Mahrez. Now this is one that I'm sure a few people know about. He actually, again, this isn't as far back as FIFA 10, but he was obviously the BPL Player of the Year. All of these, as I mentioned, were the Players of the Year in their own leagues, so you get what I mean with that one. But he was a centre forward at Le Havre in Liga 2 in FIFA 13. That's his earliest card. He was only 21, so I'm not sure where he was at before that. But very cool card. He was down as French as well, rather than Algerian. Very, very interesting player indeed. But we need to go into our first 11 now. And this, as I'm sure you guys will recognise, is the full actual Team of the Year. So these guys, these are their dark blue Team of the Year cards. I don't have any of the cards, but for example, this is what they are. So we've got Manuel Neuer up first. He has a 90 rated card, but he was 86 rated back in the day at Schalke before he made his move to Bayern. Of course, very, very good looking card. Almost every stat is like 80 plus, very, very good indeed. I don't know why his speed's so low. It's still quite low on this, which doesn't make sense to me because he's a goalie that's always quick off his line. So it's a little bit of a peculiar one. I'm not exactly sure why, but he is, of course, the goalie. And next up, we have Dani Albers. He's always been a bit of a troll player for a few years. A lot of people are always shocked that he makes it into the Team of the Years and all that sort of thing. But I personally think a lot of the time he deserves it. And, of course, he's made his move to Juve now. But back in FIFA 10, he had an 88 rated right wing back card with 89 pace, 84 dribbling, 84 defending, 85 passing. Literally some of the sickest stats going. And he looks like such a crazy, crazy card. Obviously gone down a little bit then with age, but so good. Next up, we have another Brazilian, and it's Thiago Silva. I'm sure you guys remember before him and Ibra both made their moves to PSG. They were at AC Milan, and what a flipping card again. 84 pace, only 80 rated, right? So he's 8 levels lower, but he's got like the craziest stats. 84 pace, which is absolutely mad. 80 defending, 80 heading, like all these stats. He just would have been so good. Imagine having him in your club right now. Oh, it was so good back in the old times. But next up we have Sergio Ramos, and this one's a bit of a cool one. I'm sure a few of you remember Sergio Ramos. That's not who I meant. Sergio Ramos hasn't always been a centre-back. He used to be a right-back for Real Madrid. That's where he used to play. So obviously he's got his centre-back card here. But back in the day, as well, a lot of people got angry at me saying back in the day so much. So I'm not doing it on purpose, but it will happen. I'm sorry. I can't help it. 86 rated on his old FIFA 10 card. 83 pace. Pretty good. I mean, he still kept quite a lot of his pace. Defending and heading obviously was crazy. He was only 23 years of age, but an 86 rated card at right back, that's got to be one of the best ever fullback standard cards we've ever had. I mean, Dani Albers is close to it, and Albers 85. Have we had other 86s? I'm not too sure. Maybe Maicon as a standard card back in the day. Maybe. I'm not completely sure. But next up is Marcelo. The guy's obviously down as a left back now. That's where we all identify him from. That's how I know him as. But I didn't realise he was actually a left mid back in FIFA 10. 86 pace, 81 dribbling, 80 passing, only 73 defending, which is really not that great at all. And obviously he moved back to a left back, but he had his left mid Brazil Real Madrid card. And so one of the comments on Foothead here says he looks like Robinho. I think it's so true. In that old card, he really does actually look like Robinho. You wouldn't be able to tell them apart. But anyway, on to our midfield. And first up, we're going to have Iniesta. A lot of these guys have obviously been insane for a few years, but it is still cool to look at some of their cards. So I somehow pressed B to get off Iniesta there. But we'll do this and we'll look at Iniesta's card right now. So he was actually an 85 rated cam. Obviously, he's always been one of the more attacking players in that midfield, especially when he was with Xavi. He was really the cam. Now he's more of a centre mid. But once again, a mental card. 83 pace, that's good. 91 dribbling, 90 passing. Absolutely madness. Defending and heading isn't really necessary, but what a flipping card this was. 25 years of age at Barcelona. Absolutely madness. Next up, we're going to have Paul Pogba. As I'm sure you guys know, he's too young to actually have a FIFA 10 card, but the furthest we can go back is going to be FIFA 12. You guys have all heard about it. He had that 55 rated United card, which was insane. Absolutely insane. CDM at United, 55 rated. Of course, he went on his free transfer to Juve, and that Juve card ended up being one of the most valuable ordinary bronzes in the history of the game. I'm going to put them all both on the screen for you now. It'll take me longer to edit, but this Pogba Juve card, literally look at those stats. They're not the stats of a 64 bronze, so he was so crazy popular, and he was absolutely so sick. But next up, we have Luka Modric. Obviously, I'm sure you guys remember, was at Spurs back in the day. Back in the day, I told you, I'll keep coming back. I can't help myself. But very, very cool looking card, actually. He was one that I would genuinely use at the time. He was a fun attacking mid in the BPL. 81 pace is good for a cam. 86 dribbling, 84 passing, 75 shot. It's 5-star weak foot he had at the time. They didn't have skill moves, but you know he probably would have had 4. Most likely would have had 4-star skills like he has now. And it's a really cool card for an 81 rated. Again, that's one of those ones where really, if you see it and you were to have it, you probably would not mind one little bit. And next up is Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, I wasn't sure if it was United or not back in FIFA 10. And sadly, it wasn't. I think it was like 1 or 2 years out. I can't remember if it was 08 or 09 that he went. But he had a 93 rated right winger. So it's the same rating as it is now. They think in 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is not actually changed that much. Fair play, 24 years of age he was at the time. 6 foot they have him down as, and he's 6'1". I'm pretty sure, I get the impression he's taller than that. I think because he's got such a crazy stature, he jumps so high, so physical. I imagine him to be taller. Like when you see him there as 6 foot, that doesn't seem right. But 92 pace, 93 dribbling, literally a mental card, and again it's on the right. It would be interesting to have a right winger Ronaldo, but obviously that's not where he plays. Next up is Neymar. It's sad to see that there's no Suarez in this episode, but of course he didn't make it into the team of the year. But Neymar is our striker. I don't actually have a Neymar card for some reason, but Neymar is our striker. We'll just chuck this one in. His earliest version was actually FIFA 12. A lot of people thought he should have been in FIFA 11. I remember big complaints about it, but when he finally got in, he had that card with 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot at Santos. A centre forward was such a sick card. Obviously, he played up front when he was in Santos. I'm not sure, are these he had 2 informs which were both at Santos. He had an 87 rated inform, which looked absolutely mad. But yeah, once again, some crazy stats. Defending and heading are the only ones below like 75. He was a really cool player and one that everyone definitely was using in all their Brazilian league teams. A lot of people loved Brazilian leagues back then, especially all the skillers. It was so popular. But next, and I guess last but most certainly not least, is arguably the best player in the world, Leonel Messi. Absolutely insane card now, and he even had a pretty cool card back then. He had informs up to like 95, but a 91 rated card, a 94 pace, 96 dribbling, 85 shot, 81 passing, flipping good card. He's back to right wing like he is now. Obviously, he had that time in centre forward because that's where he was playing for Barca, but some really cool cards indeed. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode looking back to FIFA 10. Let me know in the comments down below, as requested, for players you would like to see me do in the future in this series. There's plenty more to come. Any ideas you have, let me know. Smash that like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Also, it was my birthday yesterday, so I might not be active this weekend because I'm away all weekend. So, bye!